Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here today working on my 52 tags handmade, Anne Brooke's 52 tags challenge, and she does a video every week where she teaches us a new stitch, kind of like of embroidery stitches, and so it's been going on since January. And this week it is the blanket stitch. So anyone can join in anytime. If you haven't seen it yet, go over to Anne Brooke's channel and she will, you can catch up or just jump in where she's at or whatever you want to do. But I'm making a mushroom here. So the story behind this is I had made some mushroom ornaments for my sister-in-law, and she's likes mushrooms, and I made some for her Christmas tree out of felt. And I had these already cut out and left, and I was trying to think of what I wanted to do with the blanket stitch this week. And I remembered, I like blanket stitch around a blanket. I mean, if you've ever seen a blanket with that edging around it like this, that is the blanket stitch, and I thought it would look so cool around some kind of a fabric. I was thinking about doing it over the edge of a tag, kind of around a rectangle kind of tag, and just doing it around the edge. And then I remembered I had these mushrooms, and I looked to see if I had any more left that I had already cut out. And I did. I had, well, this one is the one I'm doing, but I have all these pieces right here that I cut out. Like, I made her all different kind of shapes of mushrooms, and these are my little stems. So anyway, those are extra, but this is, it's an easy stitch, but I have made it difficult on myself in that this fabric is kind of thick, and this is thick, so that by the time you're trying to, and this embroidery floss is very thick, and this needle is very big, so I made it very hard on myself, but it really isn't that hard. So what Anne did, and she explained it really easy, and I will link her video below because I don't know if you'll understand mine. I'll do the best I can to explain what I'm doing. I'm finishing off my mushroom, and then we're going to cut this out and make it into a tag, and I have my little backing over here already cut out. So this is going to be a pretty quick video, but all you do is say you're starting out with your, whatever you're stitching with, your embroidery floss, your thread, whatever, you just thread it through your needle, and you have your little end coming through here, so you don't want to let that come out. And then I put a little knot on the other side, on the bottom of my thread. And then she, how Anne started out was she brought it up through the bottom where she went at her starting point. She brought it up through the bottom, and she brought up through where her knot is on the bottom, like there's my knot. And so she had her thread, and then say I just started and my knot is under there, and then she just brought her thread over to the side, and then she made she went into her fabric. So you can watch me struggle here through all my thicknesses, but as she came in through, she went down and then came back up where she wanted her stitch to kind of outline her, whatever shape she was doing. She did just a little shape around on her fabric. I'm outlining this mushroom, right? So I brought my thread over, and then your needle goes over your thread. So you see how I have it under my thread under my needle there, right there. So then you pull it through. See how hard that is to pull through? That one actually came through pretty easy. And then you pull it tight, and you have I have my outline. So now all I have to finish off is the top of my stem here. I was going to try to do this together, and I decided I didn't want to do that. I did this piece separate and this piece separate. I just wanted it to be nice and outlined around the whole top and outlined around the whole bottom. So that's why I did it like that. So I may only be able to fit one more stitch in here. Let's see. I found that this part of the secret is having enough room to go down and come back up. You know what I mean? So I'll show you what I've been doing basically the whole time. See, I don't have my thread over there yet. I have it where I left off there, but I'm going to go ahead and get my needle down in here and bring it back up. So, I just learned this tonight. I have not done this. I don't think I've done this. I don't remember doing this stitch before, I guess I should say. I don't think I have. So there, see how I did that? Now I have my needle down and up, and I'm wrapping my little, my thread under like it's supposed to be. And I'm going to pull this through. That one's a little close, but I have a close, you know, I don't have very much room here left to stitch on, so that's why that one's so close. And then I think I'm going to try, well, let's see. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a little, see how, this is where I started over here. And I'm going to put a little, see how this is kind of down. I'm going to put a thread right here under where I'm going to go down and end this. But I'm going to put it right here and kind of try to stretch this out a little bit. And that will be the end. And then this piece will be coming over too. So that'll kind of give me my outline a little bit, and make my outline a little bit more kind of a rectangular there. So I'm going to, you know, kind of outline my corner. So I'm just going to go down here, right at my corner. Let me see if I'm at my corner. Yeah, I'm right at the corner there. So let's see if this works. And I pull it down and kind of just end it right there. So it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but I think it looks cute. A cute little mushroom. You know, and then she just tied it. This is where I started in the other one, the top part, and ended. So here I'm going to do the same type of thing. I think I'll use this right here and try to get in under here and make myself a little knot and end this piece and cut it off. And then we'll make our little tag, and that will be my tag for this week. So this, I really wanted to learn this one because I love that. I love the blanket stitch. And so I wanted to make sure I did this one so I could learn it. So this is my learning piece here, but I think it's cute. You know, and if you haven't seen this, or if you've been doing it, you'll know that a lot of the ladies are very experienced that are participating in this. So if you want to see the other ladies' stitchery, just go and search the hashtag, which is hashtag 52 tags handmade, and you'll see all their beautiful work, because there's a lot of them that are very experienced, and they just do some beautiful, intricate things. It's really amazing. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out and put it on this tag, and it'll be something like this. I just cut this piece to fit so it would be wide enough for my mushroom here. So let's see. I wanted a piece of fabric in the back too where my stitching would show up, because I tried, do I still have the red? I tried, see, here's a bag of scraps I got this gray gingham out of. It was in here. I tried the red, but this red kind of blended in, so I didn't think it showed up enough. So my red shows up on here and my stitching, so that's why I picked this. I want to cut this straight if I can. I wonder, maybe I should glue it on and then cut it out. That might be a good idea. I used my embroidery hoop. I showed you these on my last, I had just got these on my last 52 tags video, and I used this one last time. This time I used this one for this part, the red part. And then when I got down here, it was too tight. Like I needed more flexibility in getting my needle, you know, down and back up. So I had to take it off so I could bend this more and get my needle in and out. But yeah, that's how that worked. Let's see. Let's use the Fabri-Tac and go ahead and tack this down so I can cut around it. Let me go ahead and put my glue on here, because I think I need every bit of this tag the size it is, so I won't be cutting any of this off. And I want to get it around the edges real good. And this is how I've been doing my tags. I do my little stitchery piece and then I glue it down instead of sewing it on here, so I have the flat surface in the back to write on and use in a pocket, you know, pocket somewhere if I end up using it in a journal. Okay, I think I got it centered, kind of. Let's see. I can move it around still, so yeah, a little bit. All right, I think I got it straight. I wanted the lines straight, these gingham lines straight, if I could. Let's see the back. It looks pretty straight. Okay, now let's go ahead and cut it out. Let me smooth this down real quick and make sure it's all got my edges glued down and everything here. Okay, that looks good. Okay, it's going to be my learning piece, but I think it's fun. Mushroom. I love mushrooms, so that's why. And I love the blanket stitch, and that kind of reminded me of the felt, reminded me of a blanket. So I thought, well, that would be cute. That'd be cute. Even if I keep it for myself, which is fine. Let's see, I don't know if I'm cutting this even or not now. Trying to. Cut around my little cardstock here. This is just a file folder. And I may do some stitching around this later, like just some zigzag stitching around the edges or something. And I think it might look good like that. And I can show you that later. Oh yeah, that does look cute, doesn't it? Awesome. There we go. So that does look cute. I don't think I'm going to kind of punch a hole or anything and try to make it into an actual tag. I'm going to leave it like this because I think I can't picture a hole there, but I can picture some. Actually, I have just put some black thread in my sewing machine to for another project. So I'm going to go ahead. I think I'll do that. It'll bring it all together, I think, with some black zigzag stitching around the edge, and I'll show it to you on my next video. But there it is. There's my blanket stitch, and there's my little mushroom and my tag for this week. So I hope you enjoyed, and that if you haven't ever tried the blanket stitch, link Anne's video because she explains it really well. I watched a couple of videos, and one I couldn't get it from another person that I watched, and then I watched Anne's twice, once before the other person and once after the other person, so I could be like, now how do you do that again? And then I watched Anne's, and she really, I got it. It was easy, but I didn't get it until I watched Anne's the second time, so, and really concentrated on what I was supposed to be doing here. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy my mushroom, and I'll see you next week. Happy crafting.